Arcanine and Arcanine. One's a fire type and the other's blind. It's Arcanine and Arcanine. Fuzzy orange friends till the end of time. It's Arcanine and Arcanine. Cruising the Pokemon path since 1999. It's Arcanine and Arcanine. Get ready for another episode of Pokemon Timeline.
Hello there, and welcome to another episode of Pokemon Timeline, the series that dictates each set in the Pokemon TCG on the 25th anniversary of their release, and breaks it down into tangible, simple, short, and understandable, relatable facts for the fellow friends and collectors in the TCG. I am Arc, the Canine, and this is my friend here, Arcanine. So, without further ado, y'all, let's do our best to try and collect them all. Hello, welcome to episode 9 of Pokemon Timeline. So, today we're going to be talking about Neo Discovery, which is the second set for us in the Neo sets, and it's called Crossing the Ruins in Japan. Now, this is the ninth set for us, but it's the 8th set for Japan, so there's still one behind us. This does continue the Johto, so the second generation, so Gold and Silver, that's where we're still at. We're kind of in the dead middle of that at this point, still going. And this set was released basically back in June, so on June the 1st of 2001 for us here in the States. And in Japanese, it was released on July the 7th, 2000. So there's still about a year's separation. This did come in first edition and unlimited edition, by the way, so there's still both. There are 75 cards in the English set and 56 cards in the Japanese set, so still a little smaller. So this contains 17 holos, and then basically 19 rares, and 19 uncommons, and 20 commons to complete the 75 card set. So, these rarities are comprised of numbers 1 through 17 being the holographics, and then 18 through 36 being the rares, so those are basically the non-holographics. And then you have the uncommons being 37 to 52, and 72 through 74, and then finally the commons. And those are going to basically be 53 to 71, and then 75. So that's your complete set there. Now, what's going to be kind of cool is that there are 71 Pokemon, but only 4 trainers, so you have the majority of Pokemon here. There are 11 cards per pack in English, and there's 5 cards in the Japanese pack. So we still say on the same with that. There's 7 commons, 3 uncommons, 1 rare, and that's the setup for us in English. In Japanese, there's 1 holo in every pack, and there's 5 cards per pack. For us, there's obviously 11 cards per pack, and that's basically going to be 1 holo in every 3 packs. So there's basically 36 packs per box for us, and there is 60 packs for the Japanese. Now, the cards that are featured on the front, or the Pokemon artworks rather, are as follows. There's Scizor, there's Smeargle, there's Umbreon, and Zaku. So that's the 4 artworks that you have on the outside of the English packs. The chases, well, there's Espeon obviously, there's Houndoom, Houndour, Tyranitar, and of course Umbreon, or as I like to call it, the original Moonbreon. That's one of those cards that's just really sought after by collectors. To think, used to it was $110 per booster box and $3 a pack back in the day. Well, now, today's prices, Japanese boxes are roughly $30,000, and unlimited boxes are roughly $40,000, and a first edition English box can run you somewhere in the ballpark of $55,000 to $60,000. Now, the Genesis symbol is a Mayan temple, so it's actually kind of cool, and it's hard to tell, unless you know what you're looking for, but it is a Mayan temple, so it's really cool. There is no pre-release. That's just kind of what they've been doing, so we're not going to get into that for a while. The two theme decks were Brainwave and Wallop. Now, Brainwave was a psychic water deck, and it featured a holographic Espeon. And then the other deck, Wallop. Well, that was a grass/fighting, and it had a holographic Kabutops. So I don't know why we decided to do this, but apparently we're not doing Umbreon. So too bad, so sad. But nonetheless, that's the basic gist of this set. And I really like Neo Discovery, so I'm going to get out of here and I'm going to go get my collection and I'm going to show you the 17 holographic cards that are in my collection.
So here's my collection of cards from Neo Discovery, my holographics. This is the first one. It is Espeon, and yeah, Espeon, not too much to say. It's the rookie card for one of the cards everybody knows, one of the Pokemon everybody loves, one of the evolutions. So just a really cool card to start off the set. Then the second one here, Forretress. Not really too much to say. I mean, it's a cool card. Not one of my favorite Pokemon, but I don't hate it. Just given the stacked set that we have ahead of us, it's not one of my favorites. But still a cool card nonetheless. Then the third one here is from the Wallop deck. So this is the Hitmontop. This is the holographic. I may have said Kabutops. I honestly can't remember. My brain kind of went mush for a second there a minute ago, so forgive me for that. But yeah, this one came in the Wallop deck as a holographic. So Hitmontop, pretty cool. Then fourth here, we have Houndoom. And don't even get me started. I love the evolution line. I love the Pokemon itself. And it's just a really cool artwork. And that actually works out well because the fifth card that we have right after this is Houndour. So it's really cool that they have these back-to-back. Usually they don't do this in sets, but yeah, it's pretty cool. So happy about those two. The sixth card in the set is Kabutops. And yeah, not too much to say about it. I'm sorry I don't have much to say about a lot of these. It's just some of these cards are just Pokemon that's like, cool, we got a holo of them. That's awesome. Number 17 is Magnemite. And it's actually kind of cool to see something that's not Magneton again. You know, we kind of go one up. So it's actually kind of cool to see a Magnemite as a holographic. So then the eighth one here is Politoed. And again, you know, I really hate to sound like a broken record. It's just there's not too much to say about it. Politoed's alright. I think the holo pattern's kind of cool, the artwork's kind of cool, but just definitely not one of the chases of the set, personally. Number 9, though, is Poliwrath, and I remember this Pokemon just because of the anime and because, I mean, I've seen it since base set, so pretty cool Pokemon, pretty cool. So, yeah. Getting into the 10th one here, though, we have Scizor or Sizor, however you're going to pronounce it. I'm not going to argue. You can argue it out in the comments. But yeah, one of the ones that's the artwork for the actual pack artwork, so kind of cool. So yeah, this is one of the cover cards. So nice Pokemon. Number 11 is Smeargle. And again, just a cool card. I really wish I had a lot more to say about these, but I really don't, because this is a time when I didn't really buy a lot of packs, actually. So this is just kind of another Pokemon that's just like, oh cool, you're there and you get a holo for the first time. That's awesome. Number 12 is Tyranitar, and again, this is one of the chase cards. As I said earlier, this is one of the chase cards for the set, so pretty cool to get a Tyranitar. Always loved them. Number 13, this is the Umbreon rookie card, everybody. I know that today with prismatic evolutions and all that sort of shenaniganery that, you know, it's like, oh, Umbreon and VMAX and all this and alternate art and stuff, but special illustration rares. But this is the original Moonbreon. You got the Moon, you got Umbreon. So this is the original if you're looking for it. In my opinion, the chase of the set. Then number 14 is kind of a random one. It's Unknown A. Yeah, they did this with the unknowns. They did a lot of different letters, and it took us years to finally get Unknown R, which was like the last one. But nonetheless, just kind of a cool card. Kind of reminds me of the movie, back when we were like, what are Unknown? What are you?
Then we have number 15, which is Ursaring. I love the Teddiursa line. I think that was like the very first episode of Pokemon I saw was the one where Teddiursa's trying to blame Chikorita and Totodile for stealing everything and stuff. So that was like the first episode of Pokemon I ever saw. But yeah, so Ursaring, pretty cool Pokemon. Number 16, going back to the anime again, Wobbuffet. Yeah, if you know Team Rocket, you know Wobbuffet, okay? Never wants to stay in his Pokeball, always just causing the mischief, the blue boy. So yeah, Wobbuffet, definitely a nostalgic Pokemon for me. Not one of my favorite Pokemon, but definitely nostalgic nonetheless. Then we're bringing up the rear with the final card, the 17th holo in the set, Yanma. And again, I hate to end on a normal note, I don't really have much to say about Yanma. But nonetheless, these are the 17 Pokemon that were the holographics of the set. And yeah, I just wanted to show them off to conclude the video, like I always do.
And with that, fellow Pokemon trainers and masters, that brings to a close another episode of Pokemon Timeline. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe, because these episodes will continue to come out periodically as the 25th anniversary of each Pokemon set arrives down the line. Until next time, keep collecting, and remember, you gotta catch 'em all. See you later.